This weekend we went to Ocean Edge Park Resort, which is in Heysham in Lancashire, near Morecambe. We were given caravan OD01, which is one of the closest caravans to the main leisure complex. It's also been adapted for people in wheelchairs. For us, this was a negative in that the doors were a lot harder for the children to open and the toilet was higher up, so they couldn't go to the toilet as easily. Plus the sink was lower down, which meant that when we washed up, it hurt our back because you're kind of having to stoop. All in all though, the caravan was a good size, and because it had been adapted for wheelchairs, there were very large, wide hallways. There was a really good living space which had been well laid out. The children's bedroom was small, as they normally are in caravans, and the beds close together. On the Park Resort's website it said that linen does not include the actual duvet and the pillows, whereas when we got there we discovered there were duvets and pillows, so we could have saved a bit of room in the car. The shower here had a funny kind of gate on it, I guess to help people to get in and out. But other than that, the shower worked very well, and the boiler also worked well. There was heating in all the bedrooms. I thought the chocolates and the tea bags and things were a really nice touch. Everything was clean apart from a few sticky fingerprints on the cupboards, which I just wiped off with a baby wipe, and that sorted things out. This is the gap underneath the bed, so the bed wobbles at night, which is really quite infuriating. I don't think there's anything we could have done to stop it doing this. We tried putting things under it, but that really didn't help either. This is our caravan where we're staying for the weekend, and this is the cesspit. Not very nice. Sadly, our caravan was also right next to the cesspit for the whole park. Around 5 to 6 times a day, possibly more, these tractors came along and brought the excrement from the other caravans and put it into the big pit next to our caravan. This was noisy and it wasn't very nice being next to that. It also made the whole caravan kind of vibrate, and not in a good way. I understand that a disabled caravan needs to be close to the main complex, but I don't really see that any caravan should be that close to that cesspit. We were also right next to one of the main roads through the resort, and at night there was a really bright light right next to our bedroom and quite thin curtains. We ended up having to put towels on the window just to make it a bit darker at night. The park didn't seem to cope well when it rained. There was a fair amount of flooding and cars kind of having to drive through really big puddles. On the plus side, the children's soft play area was fantastic, and I liked that you could see them from the pub, which was next door. So you could sit in the pub whilst you're waiting for food and you could see the children. We didn't have very nice food from the pub, and I certainly wouldn't recommend eating there. They deep fried the children's food and it didn't look or taste good. The amusements are okay. There's the usual machines, and there's slot machines and 2p machines and things like that, which the children obviously like to go on, and some bigger children too. At night, the entertainment for the children was absolutely fantastic. They kept all the children up at the front and dancing, and that's what we went for ultimately, is for our children to be entertained and have a good time. Sadly though, our caravan also needed work doing to it outside. This bit of wood kept banging throughout the night when it was windy, which was a real shame because we then didn't really sleep. We've mostly had a good time here at Ocean's Edge in Heysham near Morecambe. The caravan is a really disappointing location. Basically we're right next to the cesspit, which means you couldn't sit outside and have a picnic, for example. So I definitely wouldn't want to come here in summer because it would just be... ugh. It doesn't smell all the time, there's just faint whiffs occasionally, which isn't very pleasant. And there's a few things to do with the caravan, like when it was windy there was a bit of wood which was banging on the side of the caravan all night, so we didn't get that much sleep, which was also frustrating. We didn't kind of moan about it because we booked it as a some £9.50 holiday, so you kind of think, well, maybe we just deserve this caravan over any other. It's been a good stay. I don't think we'll come back to this resort, largely because we've had better experiences booking through Sun Holidays at other resorts. So I think in the future we will be going to a different resort. This resort's okay. the pool is not very suitable for young children. The caravans, if you get a disability caravan, which is obviously great for people with disabilities, that there are caravans which have been adapted. For us, it was kind of hard because the toilets are higher, so the kids couldn't sit on the toilet as easily. The doors are much harder to open for the children. So there were quite a few negatives in that respect. The staff are brilliant and the entertainment is good. So there are pluses, but for us, the negatives kind of outweigh the pluses, so we won't be coming back. Right, I am off now. If you like what you saw, then don't forget to give me a thumbs up and please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you soon. Right, bye. Hello, today I'm here to do a mini Primark haul. Didn't get much this time, and as you know, if you saw my last Primark haul, I don't get to Primark that often.